into a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zit the back that like a pogo. No do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down out, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top notch.
I got that chicken to golf. A lot of these really lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. King of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these really lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is one. Do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was out my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be known what my
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
It's caught. Smith. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
They run with Ajayi. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Foles. Aguilar has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Foles. Little reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Foles. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a former 5th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Ware. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Darnold now on second down. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Lose 5-7. Lose 5-7.
On first down, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Set. 20.
Now a play fake here on first down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. 120.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Lewis. Able to slither by. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Dion Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 120.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Lion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 120.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's find 2. Go. 180.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Darnold on first down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No game.
No game. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Wentz now on 1st down. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Ajayi. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Wentz now on first down. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They run. This is Lewis. Oh, good move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second down is Darnold. He's going to air one out. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Complete outright to Kurz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa with the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jared Cook, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Loose 5-7. Loose 5-7. Drag him.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's was able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go. 180! 82!
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lion! Here we go. 280! Black. Please.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Jets set to take the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They try again with Lewis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a noon one. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Again, it's Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is a script.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Go. 120.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Set. 3-19.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There we go. Back man. Waiting.
They'll start out on the ground with a dive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go. Waiting. Good chip. Alert 3. Black, come on.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss play to Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here we go now. 3-19.
This is Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Wentz now on 1st down. Completes it to Aguilar. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Run.
Wentz now to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Come on now. Let's go. There we go. Back man. 120.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now Wentz. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 120!
They'll try to run with a J. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Go. Waiting! Liz! Lion!
Now Wentz gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go now. 3-19!
Now they'll run with Lewis. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Darnold. He's got Kearse. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jermaine Kearse. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is Are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On play action, Wentz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Go.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The toss, Lewis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. Where we gon' laugh? I'm in my bag like my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, bitch like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
God in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud in me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, power steering, cruising to a better vision, yup.
Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay.
I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
out the Brinks truck. I'm young, flying iced up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting for me. I ain't even took the dollar out my pocket and the still shaking for me. And I'm frosty like Tony in the club with the owner. I can walk on water, pop it like, hey, when you on top, go hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, go hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. 30, I might go around and 2 stacking up. I love how my money count on move. With attitude, I got a attitude, and I dropped out of school. I'm going up, take my vertical. Man, I'm breaking every rule. TMZ harassing me, I got a camera crew. I'm addicted to shopping, so everything brand new. I'm friends with the jeweler, my diamonds like shampoo. Hey, she like she applying shampoo. Pretty face, she got a look. Keep a few racks on me. I used to work in the factory. Been hating it, never bother me. I make that follow me. Teacher said that I'm a prodigy. When I'm shopping, I don't care what it's costing me. 10 bands, really, that ain't a lot to me. Turn on my swag to infinity. I leveled up on these. Yeah, I leveled up. Hey, I bezeled up on these. Yeah, I bezeled up. I ain't got time for no negative energy. I'm on a winning streak. I'm on a spree. The devil be doing the most, but he don't ever get to me. Bring out the Brinks truck. I'm young, flying iced up. 100-yard dash. I had to run my price up. Boss your life up. I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, when you on top, go ahead on you. That what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, go ahead on you. That what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. 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 With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walked into the roof and attack. I hit this guy in the roof who collapsed. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, race snatch. That straight facts. Got lips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my that's why they call it trampoline. Hey, back on Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. 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 With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. So they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you like the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go, your man, when my name is your they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the blanket. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Have a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. Ferragamo stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Out the life in 9/11, folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience thinner than a penny hoe.
Over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
1,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now, no reason to doubt. It's Tennessee, all eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it, the underdog, we live in wars. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over my hands down. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Hey, okay. Pocket through big day sumo, pulling card like Uno, flip like judo. You act too kudo. No chance, you go. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you. Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about $1. More money mean more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Got a daddy, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tour. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse, wanna take all my chips. Wanna pop off the like Hummus, see them, Echo back with the my flip, money flow like a battleship, Diddy the new, deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a cave back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the app.